I have lived in Canada for over 25 years. And despite the challenges of navigating life as a Nigerian immigrant in Canada, the changing sentiments around immigration that we're seeing all over the world today, with different countries tightening their borders and a growing number of immigrants deciding to go back to their home countries, I still think that the migration of people around the world is a good thing and something that should never stop. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you why. Make sure you stay tuned for the last reason, which to me is the most compelling. So the number one reason why immigration should never stop is that life is too short to be stuck in one country. I tell people this all the time. Life is too short for you to live all of your life in a single place or stuck in one place and not experience the different varieties of living that exists in the world today, especially in this day and age of the internet and development and so many new things happening all over the world. If you have the opportunity and you have the ability to experience living in another part of the world, I think that you should take it. You have only one life to live, and going on holiday, like many people will say, oh yeah, I can go on holidays to that place or that place. But going on a holiday to another part of the world is not the same as living there and experiencing that different environment, right? So I'm not talking about going on holidays. I'm talking about moving and living, experiencing and enjoying the things that the different parts of the world have to offer. Or instead of permanent relocation, you might even consider living in different parts of the world at different stages of your life. How about that? That would be a very interesting life to live. And even if you end up living in another country and you don't like it and you go back to your home country, you would have had that experience and nobody will be able to take that experience away from you. People who go abroad or live in another country and then say, oh, I'm going back to my home country, it's not worth it, I don't really like it, home is better. I always say that if you didn't take that leap, if you didn't live in that other country, if you didn't go and live abroad, then you would not be able to say all that. When you experience both sides, that's when you can actually be objective in deciding which one actually suits you better. So it is still a good thing for you to experience that other side of life, and then you will be in a better position to be able to compare and decide which one works better for you and which one you want to go with. So I would say if the choice is open to you, then take it. Talking about choices, the second reason why immigration should never stop is that there are some people in this world who actually do not have a choice. They are forced out of their home countries because of war, because of persecution, because of natural disasters, and because their lives were in danger. To them, immigration is actually a matter of life and death. It is a matter of fighting for their survival. And we know that with the wickedness in this world, those kind of situations would always occur. Like there would always be people fleeing all these things and seeking for a refuge, seeking for asylum. And so because of them, immigration should never ever stop. They should always have that opportunity to run for safety to another country where there will be immigrants. The third reason why immigration should never stop is that there is life outside of where you live. Yes. Even some people in these Western countries, in Canada, US, UK, Australia, and Europe, some of them have never left where they live. They have never left their country. Some have even never left their city where they live. You will be surprised at the number of people who have never left their home where they were born. And I think that everyone should be curious about what life is like in other parts of the world. We thank God these days that we have YouTube and the internet and different YouTubers showing us what life is like in far-flung places where we only can think about in our minds. But it is not the same as going there yourself. I mean, Yoruba people will say, "Ìròyìn ò ta fojúbà." That means that hearing the news of something is not the same as being there, experiencing it, seeing it for yourself. Yeah, living in a new country opens you up to new perspectives, broadens your mindset, it teaches resilience and builds adaptability, which are very important life skills. Not to mention that for developing countries, the people that are in diaspora, the amount of money that they remit back home helps their families and boosts even the economy of the home country. Number 4 reason why immigration should never stop is that it fosters unity, understanding, and love. How else will you learn about different peoples or relate with them or understand them if you don't live amongst them? How will we debunk all those stereotypes that we all walk around with? Like, some people think that every white person is a racist. I can tell you that yes, there are people that are racist, but in my 25 years in Canada, I have seen more people that are not racist than any racist person. The people that are racist are in the minority. They are not, running around all over the place. Like, most people are friendly, most people are curious, most people, they want to know you, they want to understand you, they want to get along with you, they want to just live their life and be happy. That's the desire of most people in this world. And there are so many stereotypes about different peoples, Indians, Chinese, like this is what they do. Africans, there are many stereotypes that people have about Africans. And one thing I've also come to realize, having lived in Canada for a long time, is that really there are some people that have never had to interact or deal with a person of a different race before. And so it is very strange to them, and it will take them time to adapt to you or to understand you or to be able to relate with you, because we all have different behaviors, different mannerisms and things like that are peculiar to different people. And so when you come into contact with somebody that is not like you, somebody that is different, it will take a while for you to actually warm up to them and to be comfortable with them. So yeah, that's one thing I've realized, that some people have never had to deal with somebody like me before. So I try to give them that benefit of the doubt and give them that time for them to get used to me and to be able to relate with me, even as I also need the same time. Because I will not lie, coming into Canada and having to deal with many people, like for example, most of the time you are probably the only black person in the room, or you are probably the only woman in the room or something like that. It will take you some time to be able to adapt. It will take you some time to be able to warm up to the people around you and to understand them and to know, their mannerisms and how they behave and, what they like and what they don't like. I think we all just need to give ourselves the latitude and allow ourselves to have that time to relate better with each other. And you'll be surprised how well you can get along with people who are different from you. And it is very true that exposure to different cultures really broadens your global perspective and helps people to become open-minded and tolerant. Finally, and the most compelling reason for me why immigration should never stop is that as believers, as Christians, we are all going to heaven. I have said it a number of times on this channel. We are all going to heaven, and in heaven there is no Jew, there is no Greek, there is no white, there is no black, there is no brown, there is no race in heaven. We are all children of God. We are all made in the image of God. And so we might as well start that relationship between each other here, because heaven is not going to be filled with only black people or only white people or only brown people. Heaven is going to be filled with different kinds of people, from different tongues, from different tribes. That's what the Bible says. So we might as well start to experience that life here and start to love one another. Even just like the Bible says that the first commandment is to love God, and the second commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself. It doesn't say whether that neighbor is black or white or brown or anything like that. So that's why I think that immigration is something that should never stop, because it fosters this environment where you have the opportunity to live that kind of life that the Bible describes that we will live, where we transition from this world. That's it for today. Let me know what you think about this. Do you agree with what I've said? Do you agree with my stand on immigration and why it should never stop? Or do you have a different opinion? Do you have other thoughts about this? Let us have a conversation and let us know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I upload new videos. Also, stay tuned to this channel for much more interesting content coming your way. Until I come your way again, until the next video, You go out and make it the best days of your life. Bye.